I've had a few little health issues. I just kind of got wore down and wore out.
You know, we all think of Dolly Parton as this larger-than-life, unstoppable global icon. But recently, she kind of vanished from the spotlight. And when she came back, wow, she shared this deeply personal story about love, loss, and a journey that really brought her to a crossroads in her life. So picture this, Dolly's back on the Dollywood stage. It's her first big appearance in months, and fans have been worried sick. And these are the first words out of her mouth. You can just feel the emotion in that, can't you? It was a huge relief for everyone, but it was also a real signal of the struggles she'd been going through behind the scenes.
Okay, so you gotta ask, why did she need to step back? It wasn't just some simple illness. Her health struggles were totally and completely wrapped up in a huge personal loss. Let's break down the timeline. Just look at this. After being married for nearly 60 years, Dolly lost her husband, Carl Dean. I mean, that's the kind of loss that just turns your entire world upside down. And then, pretty soon after, in November, she has to postpone her shows because she's sick. It all leads up to her finally coming back to the stage. You can see how one thing just flows right into the next.
Wow, you can imagine what happened when Dolly's sister asked for prayers, right? The rumor mill went into overdrive. But Dolly, being Dolly, just cut right through all that noise. She made it crystal clear. I'm not dying. She explained that, yeah, she was dealing with painful kidney stones, but the real work was healing spiritually, emotionally, and physically from losing Carl. And going through this whole healing process led her to make this incredibly powerful and very public decision about her future, specifically her romantic future. And it says absolutely everything about the love she still has for her late husband. And here it is.
I don't think I'll ever be married but once. I think Carl Dean's waiting for me on the other side. Just let that sink in. This isn't about her closing herself off from love. It's about honoring a love that for her is eternal. She's not looking for someone to fill his shoes. That chapter is written, and it was a beautiful one.
But don't for a second think this means she's slowing down. No way. Dolly is as booked and busy as ever. She's got a new hotel opening, a new Broadway musical coming out. Like she said herself, I'll never retire. So this isn't about stopping. It's about shifting her personal focus while her career is still going at like 100 miles an hour. What's so fascinating is that Dolly's very personal decision has sparked this much bigger conversation. It's making us all question how we think about love, about companionship, and happiness, especially for women who find themselves on their own later in life. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We have this unspoken pressure in society that to be whole, to be complete, you have to be in a relationship. But this is pushing back on that idea, saying, hey, a life full of friends and family and passion and purpose is anything but empty. Dolly is showing us that romantic love isn't the only kind of love that matters. And this actually leads us to an even more empowering idea, this concept of a new kind of freedom. A freedom that can actually show up after a long-term partnership ends, whether it's through loss or even divorce. I mean, really think about that for a second. For so many women who've spent decades making every decision with a partner and a family in mind, this can be the first time where their own wants, their own needs get to be front and center. It's not about being selfish, it's about self-discovery. And there's something just incredibly freeing in that. So let's put a name to this, right? Let's call it post-partnership independence. It's this idea of reframing what looks like an ending into a totally new beginning. It's a conscious choice to take all that energy and invest it back into yourself. It's not a loss, it's a powerful life choice.
And what this all really boils down to is that Dolly's choice is a huge reminder that there's no rule book for this stuff. There is no right or wrong way to grieve or to live after a loss. Everyone's path is going to be unique. And just to show how different those paths can be, let's look at the journey of another beloved icon.
So take the legendary Bob Barker. He lost his wife Dorothy and was absolutely devastated. I mean, he was suicidal, even though he was at the absolute peak of his career. For him, grief was this long, dark road, and it took him decades before he was even open to the idea of finding companionship again. His journey and Dolly's journey could not be more different, but they are both completely valid. It just proves you have to do what's right for you. So in the end, Dolly Parton's story is about so much more than loss. It's this powerful statement about a love that lasts forever, but it's also a quiet insistence on defining her own happiness on her own terms. And it leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? In a world that's always telling us we need to find our other half, what does it really mean to be whole, all on your own?